So we have here all of our panelists today. So how many minutes do we have? Do we have 10, 25? Okay, so we'll maximize our time given. So what we'll do is, when you're asked, you can say first something about of course, your name and your organization. And yeah, please direct your question to our panelists. Okay, so are you ready? Hello, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we can start first with our directors, our two co-directors, EVP Cha and Director Adolf. Melanie. Press Mitch first. Okay. All right. So, any questions for our President Mitch Ballesteros?
Hello, good morning. My name is Alu Aran. I'm with 9PH. So my question for Ms. Mitch is the Philippine marketing landscape has been contending with budget pressure while inflation persists and AI is reshaping what campaigns do. Why is the September 2026 the right moment for a conference specifically talking about agility and resilience?
Okay, as we face different crises this year and in the previous years, the um, actually the negotiations, the collaborations we did with a lot of marketing minds from the Philippine Marketing Association came up first with the business resiliency program that we can present. But marketing has to be reshaped. That's why it has to be packaged differently. We came up with the marketing agility protocol instead. This map, the one map, will actually be a reference, guide, framework that will lead every business owner, marketer to be guided with whatever crisis we will encounter. Meaning, we don't need super highly faluting frameworks and words. We just need communities. We need to be clear on our purpose. Of course, all the consumers will have to be considered first because all the topics leading to customer centricity will be here. Like, let's say, considering partnerships, the purpose, the planet, and community building, and at the same time, how do you navigate challenges of your business and brands through a very tight budget? What are your options in doing still promotion with so much inflation coming around and increasing? So this map actually is a reference, a universal reference for us. It's actually in our environment already. We just have to frame it, put it in a framework like the one map.
All right.
Yeah, I think in addition, it is precisely because of the situation in the government that we have this conference. Because I was sharing to some of the media that we said charting the future, that the future really belongs to organizations who can integrate the omni-channel experiences. It belongs to organizations who have strong network and ecosystem, and it belongs to the organizations who can use AI intelligently, and it belongs to organizations who can lead with purpose. So I think the charting, because when you have a chart, like Where is Faye? Look at the costume of Faye. It's very appropriate, no? Costume, costume. So when you say charting, you need a map. And when you look at the map, you look at where we are right now. And the next question is, where do you want to go? And then the next question is, how will you get there? So when you go there, you want to make sure that you like in marketing, you want to make sure that creativity comes with data, and that you want to make sure that human intelligence is really closely aligned with artificial intelligence. And you want to make sure that when there are rough seas, you are agile when there are disruptions. And I think you also want to make sure that the last question maybe is, who will you travel with when you're traveling? Who do you want to travel with? Because right now, you cannot really just travel by yourself. You cannot grow in the company by yourself without collaborating with your communities, collaborating with startups, the universities, the suppliers, and the government, and so many. That is why I think what President Mitch and the directors did here is something truly great, because we hope that the participants who will come will chart their own maps and chart their own future for their own marketing.
Yeah, let me just thank you very much, Past President. I think EV, the chairman, the chairperson for this event, Greg Manson, mentioned also that the challenges that we face are both self-inflicted, meaning it's man-made, and sometimes it's externally driven, and that those kind of challenges are really unpredictable in this changing times. No? So you were asking about budgets and all that. So I guess that's the reason why the conference would like to be able to address that. No? Whether these are right now we're being battered by another tropical depression. I guess that one of the few countries in the world that experience this 10 months out of 12 months, right? We are battered with weather disturbances. Not to mention the global oil price hike, and then you have the threat of violence happening in some schools right now. So these are some of the challenges that we face, and hopefully the conference will be able to address that and present case studies that we can learn from and learn from one another.
Anyone else who wants to add? BPI.
I think it's a perfect time. It's a perfect time to talk about this because after we went through pandemic and after now, we said, oh, tapos na ang pandemic, di ba? Pwede na. And then, dumating naman yung oil crisis. Oh, another crisis. So I think it was a perfect time for Philippine Marketing Association to actually get into this one map. It's a brilliant way of the stand of Philippine Marketing Association has always been to look back and to look at the basics of marketing. Unlike all the other organizations, we're very strong in marketing. And we feel that if we stick to that proposition, but we want to take it one step level. This time we want to make sure that the marketing people will look at the basic of marketing, but making sure that we're ready for any crisis. We've leveled up marketing, not just the basic of marketing, but looking into the other aspects of marketing like the omni experience, the customer journey, sustainable marketing. This is a different level. So that's the kind of stand that Philippine Marketing Association wants to happen. Thank you.
Thank you, EVP Cha.
Yes,
Would you
that's
like to add?
I would also just like to add, we have a lot of marketers today with the question, who to trust? Who do we believe? Who do we listen to? There's so many talks out there. There's so many seminars going on out there. So basically, they would feel lost because they're not guided. This conference, with the brains of everybody, of the great minds that we have within the Philippine Marketing Association, we have come up with a map where you wouldn't feel lost. So we would want to be able to guide you in this marketing field. And at the end of the conference, nandun yung great minds, nandun yung mga magagaling in the industry. And that's who we want to present in this conference. You would be able to listen to them, hear their experiences, get case studies, and be able to be guided through that conference, and be able to say after that, okay, now I know what is going on, I understand what's marketing.
Events. Okay, so may we invite you for another question?
Good morning. Hi, I'm Laila David from Experience Travel and Living. My question is for Ms. Mitch again, our president. The PMA has been running the annual marketing conference for 55 years. What makes this edition different enough to be called a protocol?
Okay, the 55th Marketing Conference of PMA has been named as protocol because we don't just want to present a regular playbook or reference. Protocol means there's science in it. That's why all the topics we make sure, and all the speakers, we make sure that they are the thought leaders and they are some sort of marketing scientists that navigated already the challenges in their own brands and businesses. I know that protocol word is not usually used in marketing because it's always there's always arts and aesthetic, but protocol is always used on science field. We push it this year because we wanna prove that science and arts in marketing go hand in hand together, especially in navigating the crisis that we have to face today and in the future. So it serves as a reference. When you say protocol, it's a SOP. It's a procedure that you have to refer to whenever there's a situation that you have to attend to and reply on. Thank you.
Yes.
I may add to that, to your question. Protocol means a set of rules that are agreed, that is agreed, and the set of rules guide systems and things to communicate and work with one another, resulting in interoperability. So the aim of protocol is to standardize the systems, the flows, and then to manage the outcomes based on the incomes or inputs, and it increases the chances of or the probability of success for your endeavors. So at the end of the conference, it's not just another talk shop experience for the attendees, but we're setting a system or a set of rules that can guide any businessman or entrepreneur towards succeeding in their projects or marketing campaigns. So there's a system to it, and that's what they're gonna find out and experience come September 23.
All right. So our next question, please.
Good morning. I am Leila Clarianes from Asian Dragon Magazine. So, first of all, congratulations PMA on your 55th year, this 2026. May we know if there would be 400 target on-site delegates on the day of the conference and around 1,000 online delegates, would there be a cap or a limit to the online registration? And how would the registrants access the on-demand library after the live dates of the conference?
Okay, I think the best one to let us join in the digital experience will be our partner, the Chameleon Labs, represented by
I will
Mr.
also
Josh.
present it in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I can answer the question first, and then I can present it later.
Okay.
So I'll just answer quickly on the question. You ask about the registrants if it's going to be capped. So no, it's not going to be capped. It's going to be time limited, just to promote commitment and to push for urgency for people to do that. And everybody has their own sign up for the digital platform. It's going to be an overall access. People that really wants to push for learning and for growth, they need to buy specific tickets to have access to this digital platform. It's not because we just wanted to charge money for that. It's to really let people to show they really want to do it. It's not, of course, free is always nice and it's easy, but when you actually pay for something, you commit your team, your group, everybody to learn and to grow together. I think it's answering most of your question, right? Did I miss something? It's okay. Later, I will also present how it will actually look like, but just a little bit, not too much.
Yeah, thank you. Aside from that, actually the digital experience will enable the participants to have digital passports, incentives, and automatic certificates on watching the on-demand video on demand. So this makes this conference a little different from the other past conferences that PMA actually did. Having it on the 55th, it has to be reborn already, as what our directors are saying. We're on a new period of marketing. That's why we're charting the future starting in this 55th marketing conference.
Next, Melody. Yes, ma'am?
Good morning. My question is for Ms. Mitch. I'm Irene from Manila Times. My question is, this is the first time the conference has two directors. What was that a structured decisions or a necessity given the scope? What does that mean for how the conference is run?
Okay, actually it's a wonderful question. Having 55th year has the twin numbers of 5. So we come up with the two directors already with the 55th. And having more directors, taking care of the project, and all the conveners and all the brilliant minds here, plus the marketing officers we have, the whole marketing community, the members of the PMA, we are assured of participation and commitments already. So being in the 55th means a sapphire gem celebration. That's why the twin directors for this are really will really play brilliant roles. Having it in omni-channel experience, of course, it will need a lot of brains and heads to do it and execute it wonderfully. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris Mitch. Yes.
Hi, good morning, everybody. This is Cherry Po from SM9 News Lifestyle. Of course, we're always here to support Philippine Marketing Association. My question is for Ms. Cha and for Sir Adolf. Because you've mentioned earlier about the speakers lineup candidates, and one of them is Jollibee, also Gcash, and others. So, how does the selection process work, and what does a partner need to bring to a table to earn a spot in this one map session? Thank you.
Okay, so we, as marketers, we always think about our target market. The first thing we determine here is who do we want to be the attendees of the event, and those attendees, what would they need? So there is an actual matching of the consumers and the speakers that we assign. I think later there will just be an announcement about that, but Director Eagle, do you want to add?
Yes, the criteria normally would be limited to those who have exhibited already a sense of survival, no? Especially the past crisis. You mentioned Jollibee, for example. I think that's probably one of those. When I stayed in Malaysia for about 2 years, and that was 25 years ago, Jollibee was instead of opening, they were closing more stores than opening. And I guess the market wasn't ready at the time. So it was a major crisis in their so-called international expansion. But 25 years later, I think there are more and more countries are open to accepting the brand that humbly came from the Philippines. So we'd like to be able to choose those companies and of course those representatives of the companies who have exhibited such grace under pressure, those who have thrived despite the many challenges that they faced. It helps, of course, that they are very good in communicating to the audience, and it helps, of course, if they are willing to share not just their successes but also their failures in handling these challenges. So hopefully we get to surprise you with most of the, if not all of the speakers lined up very soon. Thank you.
Ms. Melanie, next question, please.
Good morning. I'm Chino Filian from Asia TV, British Tower. I'd like to ask this question to Ms. Mitch Ballesteros. In your speech, you've mentioned about emotional crisis, traditional playbooks, solidarity. I'm just curious about asking this question. How does the ecosystem address the growing challenge of balancing automation with authentic human connection in brand engagement?
Okay. In the map, okay, we have the marketing intelligence topics. And the marketing intelligence will also discuss some topics about emotional wellness, especially for the current and upcoming generations. Combining technology and human connections right now are becoming very challenging, especially for the business strategies and marketers, because the challenges of the short span of attention, the mood swings, the effects of these screens among our young people, and the ability to communicate authentically and truthfully. Those are challenges already of marketing communications right now. We will include that, of course, in the marketing protocol, and we will be strengthening our advocacy against the fake information that are being distributed online, and we will be encouraging the young generations right now to be more humane. There's this hyper-personalization and human connection in some of the technology partners that we're with, but we're making sure that humanity, human connections, and digital transformation will come as a fusion of strategy that will sustain businesses and our existence, of course, as humans. Thank you.
Is it like a humanized AI?
Yeah, some sort of humanizing AI. And we have actually some of the AI Tech Manila speakers that will also contribute their knowledge and expertise online and on-site for online and on-site topics.
Thank you, Ms. Mitch. And lastly, to Director Adolf. Sir, would you say OneMap is positioning itself as a marketing tool, an operating model, or an entirely new economic infrastructure for growth?
Please repeat.
Yes, sir. Would you say OneMap is positioning itself as a marketing tool, an operating model, or an entirely new economic infrastructure for growth?
The event was really conceived to be providing a new model. But then again, I think the question earlier was that if we're providing a protocol, marketers are known to know the protocols and also known to be game rule breakers. No? So what can be perceived to be protocol today as we present it in this OneMap conference, a few years down the road may turn out to be obsolete. So yes, you may be seeing a lot of new models right now, especially with the advent of AI. And we did not get to talk about AI 5 years ago, not as much though. And hopefully, when we present our conference on September 23, we hope to see you all there. You will be able to see a new set of protocols and will probably make it as the new model for marketing as well.
Interesting. Thank you so much, sir.
Before we proceed, how many minutes do we have? About 15 minutes. 10 more. Okay. So, any more questions? Yes, please, sir.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. I'm Rod Esler from Rising Tiger Magazine. So my question is for the secretariat or designated spokesperson about the registration. So when does registration open, and how much is the registration fee? Where can the delegates sign up, or are there early birds or group rates?
We will be flashing the flash offer discounted packages, limited time only later as we show the website from our online partner. And of course, there will be group bookings for that. But priority, of course, for the organizations, business organizations. Aside from that, we will be offering also sponsorship packages for those that are interested to maximize this one-of-a-kind learning experience and conference journey.
Hi, good morning. I'm Marcasi from Orange Magazine. My question for the full panel. My question is the Philippines conference calendar already has Digicon, Mansmith, and Brandcon. What is the specific gap that one map is filling, and why does PMA believe is this there to address? Anybody can answer.
I think what we should think of is that in marketing, they focus on, let's say, there are some conferences that focus only on advertising. There are some conferences that focus on just branding. But one map focuses on the whole ecosystem.
It's actually looking at marketing as a whole. So we're not just doing one thing, but in the conference itself, you will find different aspects of marketing, the new concepts of marketing, from customer journey to marketing intelligence, to sustainability, to, this is still marketing, but this is a level up of marketing. So that's what makes it so different. That's what PMA is actually known for. Marketing really as the framework of anything that you do. No matter what you do out there, you always have to go back to the basics of marketing. And we want to make it stronger by coming up with this concept and coming up with this one map, which is very, very different. It's going to be the first time in the history of marketing.
I'd also just like to add, apart from being co-directors with Director Adolf, the panel that you see here today are really the best of the best in the industry. So we are here to help out. We're here to help out our audiences here to let them know how big the scope of marketing is. I think that's part of the knowledge that we also have to entail here. Marketing is one big channel, topics, conferences, and all that, which you will find here in our 55th conference.
Yes, throughout the years, PMA has introduced various topics like AI last year, digital marketing. Way even before that was a bad word or an in vogue word. But throughout the years, it's marketing that is the grand architect of things. Those are tools. AI is a tool. Digital marketing is just an aspect of marketing. But a true marketer, that's why we have a CPM program, Certified Professional Marketer, because a true marketer really sees the whole thing and then dissects it into trees. So the forest and then the trees. So that's what makes marketing different from the other conferences.
And lastly, actually, in thinking about the differentiation, of course, marketers are known for presenting value, creating value, and be different among the others. We made it a point, we make it a point that we will be different among the other conferences this year. We have leveled it up into an omni-channel experiences. That's why you're hearing the company immersions, featured company tours, the digital experience with badges, digital passports, and the video on demand, plus the capstone that we're offering to the participants to be discussed by our director Adolf here. He's handling the marketing gambit cup. That's what makes it different actually. Every marketer would always create different value among the other products, and that's the pride of this One Map 55th Marketing Conference. You cannot experience it in other conferences. So that's what makes Philippine Marketing Association still the thought leader when it comes to business growth and offering marketing and business knowledge for the community.
So in other words, it's going to be more engaging. So you're just not going to be sitting and then listening to the speakers. We want you to be engaged, involved, and participating within the conference.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, the marketplace of ideas is thriving with many players in this field of learning experiences. And it's so tempting for us to compare one from the other. But we know for a fact that 55 years is no joke. We've been doing for the past 55 years this National Marketing Conference, and we try to be better than ourselves than the previous years. So we'd rather that we get to compare ourselves with what we've done for the past 54 years. And we dare our audience, our attendees, to, as we say in the F&B industry, the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Okay, so we have less than 5 minutes. Can we have our last two questions? Yes, sir.
Morning. I'm Ray from Newsmakers. My question would be for Madam Jack. AI appears across multiple sessions. How does the overall program frame AI relative to the pillars in the session?
Okay, so of course we want to be relevant in this conference by talking about AI. But as President Mitch also mentioned earlier, we're here to give the human touch to collaborate with the AI topics that we have. So AI is a tool, but we're here to actually teach our audiences here how to use it correctly, how to use it for your businesses, how to use it to grow your projects, grow your campaigns. So basically, it's humanizing the AI, not just AI per se.
Next, please.
Hello, good morning. I'm Apple Meneses from Beta Media Network. And my question is for Press Niche. Is this oneness conference open for the MSMEs as well, the micro, small, and medium enterprises, or just exclusive for the big brands and businesses only? And if it's open, how do you encourage those MSMEs to join the PMA?
Okay, as we all know, we have 98.6% of the economy of the Philippines are MSMEs. So it's very much open for all the MSMEs. Actually, they're the ones we are encouraging to attend because we would like to democratize marketing information and education. We just don't want the big brands to be learning this and all the medium enterprises, but much more on the small and medium enterprises so that they can also level up and teach us also, exchange ideas because there are MSMEs that are thriving longer in the business community. In this conference and event, learning journey, because we have immersion, we have digital experiences, we can exchange ideas, we can exchange experiences also. And putting it in our capstone awarding, that will encourage much more businesses to come out with their storytelling on how they thrive along with their journey in doing business.
Thank you. For our last question, hold on, please. Any additions? Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Loni Garcia from Negocentro Group. Congratulations, Ms. Mitch. Years back, we've been covering events by the company of Ms. Mitch, and I'm so happy na now nasa na siya on top of the PMA. Of course, I'm sure all of you are doing very well because PMA as it's on its 55th year. So hopefully, how would the group be for one map? Ano lang po, short messages. How would it charter the future of marketing? Thank you.
Yeah. For each of the panelists, please. Ms. Gwen?
Okay, I think very important also is the chartering the future will require the agility protocol that we are offering. And we hope that the people who will attend the seminar will, through the speakers, will be able to come up with their own agility protocol, because to be agile, and we know that the environment, the landscape will keep on changing and there will be always disruption, so we all need to be agile. And we want, and to be agile, you need to keep on learning, you need to keep on adjusting, you need to keep on experimenting, and you need to keep on improving. And as you do this and attend our conference, you will be, and organizations will be better in terms of their agility for their organizations.
Thank you, Bibi Gwen. The One Map presents three options for us to enjoy this learning experience. No? One is that we get to learn on that particular day, one day, with all the brilliant minds that we were able to put together. The second one will be to be able to, for you to be able to learn on your own by going online and stream the available videos. And the third will be to, for some of you who would like to apply and be able to execute some of the best practices that you've learned in a Marketing Gambit Cup. So those are the three ways of learning experiences. And hopefully, it's not just going to be one way, you learning from us. We also would like to be able to learn from you, from what you have learned during the One Map conference.
Okay, so we created one map for those who really are hungry for learning. As marketers, year on year, maybe not even one whole year, the topics really change, the topics really adapt to the next phase. So we're here to be able to bring you knowledge, at least for the 2026 trends, because we also still have 56th year, 57th year. But for this year, we really want to be able to invite our audiences to learn about relevant topics this year. We bring you the best of the best in the industry for you to learn from their experiences. And hopefully from there, at the end of the conference, you'd be able to say, this conference helped me navigate my path through doing correct marketing campaigns, truthful marketing campaigns that actually have an impact to your brands.
Okay. How do we charter the future of marketing? We start with a single step of being one. One community that sees one vision of growing our businesses here in the Philippines, in Asia, and globally. Second, one vision, and then one learning journey. So with this oneness concept, we're starting to create a better marketing for the future generation, wherein it is anchored with human connection, with partnerships, collaboration, purpose, and preservation of our planet. Because at the end of this doing business that we're journeying right now in increasing the economic level of every country, is the hope that we will endure and sustain being humans in just one planet that we have. So let's all start chartering the future of marketing with that spirit of collaboration, solidarity, and oneness. Thank you.
Philippine Marketing Association co-designs with great marketing minds crisis readiness for marketers. Thank you.
One map is one good idea, but it needs navigators. So we hope to see you on September 22.
I think that